Becoming a high value woman isn't just about looking good, it's about moving smart. And so if your glow up era isn't working, you're probably focusing on the wrong things. Do not worry, I do not gatekeep. And so let's talk about self-investments that actually pay off. Here are the chapters for today's video, and let's get right into it. If you're waiting for the perfect time to invest in yourself, start now. This is your sign. It's only April/March. We have so many other months, and so you can become a whole new woman by December. Like, girl, we're not waiting until next year to glow up. Imagine saying, New Year, new me, again in 2026. No, ma'am. We're starting today. And so the first aspect of self-investments that we're going to talk about today are intellectual investments and hobbies. You cannot just put all your effort into looking the part and think that's the complete transformation done of you becoming a high value woman. Absolutely not. You are a high value woman in costume, but not a high value woman in embodiment. We don't just do skincare and Pilates. No. We learn French. We take up painting. We randomly decide that we want to learn how to trade different types of stocks and commodities at 2 a.m. We are constantly investing in ourselves. The types of high value women that draw close to me and the ones that I see on the internet have one thing in common, and that is that they know and speak multiple languages. I myself am bilingual. I speak both English and Lingala. However, I've always loved learning languages, and becoming a polyglot has been something that has been very attractive to me since I was younger. I did Spanish in school, but outside of that, I took it upon myself to learn other languages, and so at a conversational level, I can speak Chinese and I can also speak Korean. Improving in those two languages is something that is on my goal list for this year. Being able to speak multiple languages is something that sets you apart from other people, and that's what a high value woman is. She is set apart, right? It's something that is also very attractive because it shows that you are cultured. It shows that you understand different cultures as well as your own. Learning a language is definitely something that I would recommend for you ladies who are wanting to become and establish high value women traits. There are so many benefits to learning a new language. Studies have shown that bilingual people, or people who can speak more than one language, are more resilient to dementia. It has something to do with the neuroplasticity of the brain, but a win is a win. A win is a win. I don't want dementia, and I know that you don't too. I have my own personal language suggestions that I would recommend for you guys to learn for different reasons. Of course, you can learn whatever language you want. It is up to you. I would recommend Chinese only because I'm learning it too. And I think that if you're somebody that wants to have their own business and just enter into the business realm, Chinese is going to be a very beneficial language for you to have. I'm specifically talking about Mandarin. Arabic. Arabic is such a beautiful language. It is such a feminine language to me. It's not for me, but French could be very appealing for a lot of you guys. I'm speaking it, but English. If you are somebody that lives in a country that is not in the West, speaking English could definitely set you apart from your peers in the sense that you will have more opportunities in the Western world. Language learning is one that you can establish in your life in order to continue forming the habits of a high value woman. But there are other things that you can do in your weekly routine in order to ensure that the woman part is being affected, the femininity part is being engaged, and you are releasing and interacting with your creativity. And so the next thing that I would recommend is a hobby. There are two different types of hobbies that you can kind of go into, and one is a creative hobby and the other one is a more active physical hobby. I always like to pick a new hobby every single year. This year, my hobby is painting. When I'm creating something, I'm further developing this skill, this artistic skill that I have, and I'm becoming better at this thing. It's allowing my energy, my creativity, and my femininity to flow somewhere, to be put onto a canvas where I can tell a story. And I think that is something that is very beautiful, and that is something that a high value woman does in the sense of creating things, whether it be a business or a book, or she creates things, whatever that looks like to you. And for me, that is painting, and that is something that has always brought me calmness, a sense of peace, which is really good because I always feel like a high value woman is somebody who knows how to maintain her stress, and so painting is something that does that for me. I would highly recommend for you guys to invest in that too. Whilst we're talking about investing in our intellect and in our hobbies, I think it is a very obvious but very necessary thing to include that high value women are not dumb. They are not stupid. A lot of women in general, just because of rampant misogyny, get a bad rap just because they look beautiful and put a lot of effort and time in their appearance. Then they are shallow, vain, and don't have much going on up here. But all the high value women that I met, and me myself, yes, we put in a lot of effort into our appearance, but we have degrees, and if we don't have degrees, then we go out of our way to acquire and to seek knowledge on different types of subjects and topics. And so being well read is something that is integral to being a high value woman, and is something that you are going to need to invest in if you want to be a high value woman. They're not behind. They know what's happening in the economy. They know what's happening in the financial sphere. They know how to deal with people. They are becoming an asset in the process of learning about assets. And so the more knowledge you acquire about different fields, it makes you a more well-rounded individual. It makes you a more interesting person to have a conversation with. And it also just makes you a more formidable weapon. If you follow me on my social media, you would have seen that I gave you guys a list of books that I'm currently reading this year and that I would recommend for you guys to read as well if you want to become somebody that is more knowledgeable in different things, such as maintaining and dealing with different types of people, how to control your own emotions, different things like that, things that change the way that you think, things that as a result of changing the way that you think, change the physical reality that you experience. However, there is a book that I did not include there that I only found out about a couple of days ago. And this book is called The Like Switch, which is essentially an ex-FBI agent's guide to influencing, attracting, and winning people over. And that is something that is really interesting to me because I at times feel like I can lack charisma when first meeting people, only because I'm more of an observer than an interactor. So I want to use this book to teach me how to observe while also actively interact in a charismatic way. The reason why it's so important is because a trait that I have noticed in other high value women is that they know how to talk to people. They know how to talk, okay, period. It doesn't matter who it's to, what environment it is in, they know how to talk. And these are the two different sections that I'm going to be learning how to talk in and that I have witnessed other high value women master. Okay, section number 1 is learning how to talk to others. Okay, and for this, you need to master the art of storytelling. And section 2 is learning how to talk in public speaking, on a stage or in presentation. And for that, you need to learn the art of presenting. If you are somebody that is strapped for time, you don't really know what to focus on first, and you're just looking for one out of these two to master first, learn the art of storytelling, because without the art of storytelling, you will never be able to give a charismatic and engaging presentation. Learn how to tell stories first. Learn how to engage people when you're speaking. And so when you learn that and become more skilled at that, you will be able to learn the mechanics of public speaking and apply your skill of storytelling here. And then there you go. Charismatic, high value woman that knows how to talk and command a room. A high value woman does not change herself to fit into trends. She makes trends fit into her personal style. Following every fashion trend and every makeup trend is cute until you spent £300 on products and items that you will never use again. And so in this section, we're going to be talking about different style and appearance investments that you need to make in order to become a high value women. That is something that I have been working on the past few years for myself. And this particular thing is tailoring everything to me as an individual, okay? You have your own personal essence. You have your own personal undertones. You have your own personal shape. You are built a particular type of way. And so I tailor my style. I tailor the clothes I buy to that style. I tailor the makeup that I put on my face to my own personal essence. And I tailor the colors that I wear to my own personal color palette and season. Now, this is a lot of researching and a lot of work to do, but once you have these basics down, you never have to research ever again. You just have a guideline of things that make it easier for you to go out and shop for yourself, because whatever you get, if you buy it according to this guideline, will always look good on you because this guideline is tailored to you. The first, tailoring makeup to your skin type, your face shape, and your essence. When I talk about essence, I'm talking about Kitchener's essence. So there's like gamine, there's dramatic, there's natural. It's also kind of linked to Kibbe body type, but you can have one Kibbe body type and a different essence. So research a little bit about that and find out which essence you belong into, because then every style of makeup that you do, every style of clothes as well that you buy, will elevate you as a person rather than make it look like the makeup is just on your face or the clothes are just wearing you. And the same thing with color analysis. When I didn't understand color analysis, I would buy makeup with a yellow undertone and not understand why it was looking like that on me. Your outfits, your clothes. High value women and ill-fitting clothes do not go together. They take their time to make sure that things are tailored to them. Some of you guys are wearing clothes that are not suited for your particular body, and you do not get it further tailored, which is a double whammy. It's already not suitable for your body type, but you don't tailor it, so it is just sitting on you. The clothes are wearing you, then you wearing the clothes. And so if you invest in getting clothing pieces that not only already fit your body type, but then go a step further and get your clothes tailored, then you will look a lot more put together, a lot more elegant, and very expensive. Investing in your personal style is something that takes a long time, but genuinely pays off once you have at least the basics of it. I must say that the ultimate beauty hack isn't makeup or clothes. Okay, it's glowing from the inside out, and no designer outfit will fix that. All the high value women I know take care of their bodies very, very well. And that is something that I have put on my own personal goals list this year to do. I personally want to lose weight and to look more healthy, not just to look better and feel more comfortable in my skin, but to make sure that my body is at a healthy weight so that everything works the way that it should. All of these high value women that I see on the internet, that I see in person, take time out of their week to make sure that they are moving their body, that they are engaging in a physical activity that gets their hearts pumping, that strengthens their body, and that tones them up as well. When I focus too much on numbers, my body feels the stress. I go down a very different route of being obsessed with the numbers, which is not healthy. And so I've been doing for the past 2 weeks running and Grow with Joe. I love Grow with Joe without putting on my Apple Watch or without tracking my steps or anything like that, or even weighing myself. Without those numbers in my head, I'm teaching myself to enjoy these things on their own. And so if I enjoy them, I will naturally incorporate them into my daily, weekly, monthly lifestyle. I do it not because it is burning this many calories, but because it makes me feel good. I don't know how many calories it's losing for me, but I know how I feel in the moment. And so I'm going to keep doing it, even though I'm sweating. I hate sweating, but even though I'm sweating, all of you, if you do not already, invest in your physical health, invest in your exercises, whether it be a gym membership, whether it be joining a running club, or you don't even need to make any financial investments and just do workouts on YouTube. Whilst we're doing these workouts and we feel good in them and we have now become active and just well-rounded individuals, we also need to be at peace on the inside. And so high value women are people that I have noticed, and it's something that I'm working on myself this year. We prioritize our mental, we prioritize our emotional stability. And so there are certain things, if they compromise that, we will not allow in our circle or in our lives. These books will help you self-apply behaviors and mechanisms that will make it easier and help you heal from behaviors and mindsets and actions that are destructive to you, to others, and to your future self. A book that details the principles and the behaviors of somebody that is under the philosophy of Stoicism. People that are not highly reactive. They are not highly reactive. And I think that is a common trait in high value women. Whilst high value women are very passionate, They know when it is time to give off that energy, but when they react, it is never in an explosive manner. It is in a manner that is very self-contained and very controlled. The dance of anger, and it is a book to help women navigate intimate relationships. And so I think that this book might help with conflict resolution and things like that, because again, a high value woman, she doesn't scream and she is not afraid to confront the issue in the relationship that she is in. And so healthy conflict resolution is something that needs to be learned. And I want to get better at that. And so I'm going to be reading The Dance of Anger to help. While we are talking about high value women and the habits of high value women, I think that it would be wrong to neglect femininity. On the internet, this has been tackled by so many odd angles, and I'm just here to say that true femininity isn't just about softness, it's about spiritual strength. A woman who is deeply connected with God moves differently. Let's talk about how to invest in your ultimate feminine era. In order to grow your femininity, the level of your femininity is conducive with the level of your spirituality, because that is where true femininity is connected to. And so I know that personally, what I did to grow my femininity in the past was romanticize my relationship with God. And so that looked like having monthly dates where I would have an active fasting life and then have praise worship day where I have a meal and watch a Christian movie and I'm praying and talking to God as if he's right here, because he is right here. But different things that you can incorporate in your day-to-day life to incorporate God in your creativity, incorporate God in your day-to-day life, which will allow your feminine energy to flow unbridled. And so I think that different ways that you can do that, doing different creative activities whilst having worship music in the background, praying before you create something to have the Holy Spirit guide you in what to create and in what to draw. Maybe writing your own version of the Psalms to grow your femininity spiritually and to be more connected with God. And so that is all my recommendations. And I said in the title, uncommon habits, because these are all things that are very well known, but not a lot of people put them into practice. Not a lot of people want to take the time and put in the effort to invest in these things and have them be a part of their integral lives. Okay. And so if you do this, you're already set apart, because a lot of people don't want to put in the effort. And if you don't put in the effort, you will not become anything high value, whether it is a high value man, woman, businesswoman, singer, whatever. You will not. Effort is required. Time is required. The time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well put it in investing in yourself in order to become more well-rounded individual, a cultured individual, a more knowledgeable one, and one that is of high value. Please make sure to subscribe, and if you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell already, what are you doing? Follow me on my social media. I hope you guys have an amazing day, amazing week, morning, afternoon, and night. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.